Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We stopped last time with these activities. Let's check them. Truman's capitals in, or Truman capitals in cold blood is neither journalistically accurate.
B, not completely fictitious.
D, yes, nor completely fictitious. We after neither we have an adjective, an adjectival phrase. This is an adjective, accurate. So this is an adjectival phrase, and so after nor we need also an adjectival phrase. A adverb, adjective, verb, adjective. Vitamin C is necessary for the prevention and of scurvy.
For curing.
for curing تمشي وcure تمشي برضو يعني both are correct. Is necessary for the prevention and for the curing of ينفعوا for the prevention and cure ينفع. Both are correct. The baby's development is influenced.
قبل and المفروض في قبلها preposition phrase بعدين برضه في preposition phrase for و for.
Your answer is correct. ممكن تقول قبل and في noun وانا عاوز noun و noun يعني prevention and cure بس هي يعني it's a common term prevention and cure. Okay. A baby's development is influenced by both heredity and heredity اللي هو العامل الوراثي يعني and environment. D. Yes, thank you very much. Number 4, because bone loss occurs earlier in women than
B, in men.
Okay, then in men. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, number 5, fire extinguishers can contain liquefied gas, dry chemicals, or watery.
D.
Watery, the adjective. We need here a noun. Why?
Water.
Liquefied gas, dry chemicals, or water. So we need a noun. Okay, so this is water. The US Congress consists of both the Senate as well as the House of Representatives.
As well
both,
as is wrong.
Both and, not as well as. The present population. ازيك يا دكتورة إسراء? How are you?
Fine, thank you very much for your.
ازيك هندسة؟ مش مهندسة عبير. الحمد لله. Mr. عبد الرحمن. بس عبد الرحمن سعد فيه يعني هو the name is male but I found out she's a lady so welcome برضو. The present.
لا.
أنا
ولد.
ولد؟ ازيك اسمك ايه؟ عبد الرحمن؟
عبد الرحمن.
ماشي يا عبد الرحمن ربنا يوفقك. معلش لا مؤاخذة بقى عبد الرحمن. The present population in this state now at an all-time high is higher than any state.
I think it's B is wrong. B is wrong.
طب how can I make it correct?
The present population in this state now is higher than any state.
في حاجة something is wrong about B. It's better to be deleted. Number 8. A well-composed Baroque opera achieves a delicate balance by focusing alternately on visual, emotional, and philosophy elements.
Number 7 again.
Number 7 again. Remove. Yeah, just remove. It will remove B.
D is correct.
Yeah, the present population in this state is more than. You want to say is more than the population is more than the population in any other states?
Yes.
ممكن برضه. يعني هي it's not very clear. Okay, how about number 8?
D.
D. How can I make it correct? How can I make it correct?
I think philosophical or philosophical.
Philosophical. Yes, make it adjective. Philosophical. Okay. Number 9. Manufacturers may use food additives for preserving, to color, to flavor, or to fortify food.
B.
B. How can I make it correct?
To preserve.
To preserve. Okay. Number 10. A bankruptcy may be either voluntary nor involuntary.
or D.
or either or.
Or.
Okay. The growth of hair space cyclical process with phases of activity and inactivity.
Is a
B is a.
B is a good. The fire to have started in the furnace under the house.
I'm being confused between A and P.
Okay, لو قلنا the fire that is believed, the fire subject و that is believed prepositional phrase فين الverb؟ No verb.
Started.
To have started is believed to have started. كل ده كده believed to have started. This is all that is believed to have started. This is all relative clause.
Oh,
I think
Okay.
it has inversion here, doctor.
ليه
Or
inversion?
letters of the alphabet.
The fire subject is believed to have started verb, and that's it. It's a simple structure. Subject and verb. One subject, one verb. The fire is believed to have started.
please, doctor, explain it again, because I think it's more than one verb in this sentence.
More than one verb is there. Okay,
To
the verb
have started to believe. I don't know.
fire subject is believed to have started. Okay, in the basement, for example. هنا the fire
Subject.
is believed is the verb. All the other items are dependent on believed. Okay? They belong to believed. يعني believed إيه? To have started. Begin.
Yes.
Do whatever. But this is not another verb phrase. ليه؟ لأن it's followed by two. It's followed by two. مفيش verb phrase بتبدأ كده ب2. It's preceded by two, not followed by. It's preceded by two. Okay? So this is simple structure. Subject and verb. All this is the verb phrase. Is believed to have started. All this is the verb phrase. Is believed to have started. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Is here? Any questions? Number 3 in the in Roman numerals. In Roman numerals, comma, symbols for numeric value.
B. Letters of the alphabet are.
Yes, thank you very much. Letters of the alphabet are symbols. Number 4, the legal systems of most countries can be classified.
To either D.
Classified as either common law or civil law. As either common law or civil law.
The option D is correct or not correct? D to
D?
either.
Classified
Yes.
to either classified.
Either common law.
والله it might be correct because we can say classified to or classified as. Both are correct. Okay, بس ما ينفعش مثلا B or C. We cannot take B or C because if we say can be classified either as common law or يبقى لازم احط هنا as برضه. If we use B, we need to add as after or. Same with C. Number 5. One difference between mathematics and language is that mathematics is precise.
Why language is not?
Yes, why language is not.
Okay, that's one theory in language that I don't believe. Your criticism of 3 short stories should not be less than 2,000 words, nor more than 3,000.
Nor should it be. A.
Nor should it be. Yes. This is inversion because after nor, we invert the structure. Very good. In 1870, the Attorney General was made head of the Department of Justice, given an enlarged staff, and endowed with clear-cut law enforcement functions.
C.
And endowed with. Okay, good, very good.
This sentence not clear for me, Doctor. Could you explain it, please?
The Attorney General اللي هو المدعي العام زي النائب العام كده عندنا في مصر was made head of the Department of Justice. وزير العدل يعني. He was given an enlarged staff. Okay, يبقى كده ايه هنا؟ عندنا past participle. He was given.
Yes.
And endowed with. هنا end بقى after and. It must be parallel with the previous structure. The previous structure is past participle.
Past participle, yes.
And endowed with. clear-cut law enforcement functions.
Yeah. Okay.
صلاحيات إن هو يطبق القانون يعني. Okay. The general chairman tree, the largest of all giant are. What do you think? What's wrong here?
B is.
B is. Thank you very much. The skeleton of a shark is made of cartilage rather than having bone.
لا خد
D.
خلاص هيقفله طيب بس
D should be.
I think it's D.
D. Yeah.
So how can we make it correct?
I think it's made of cartilage rather than made of
Yes.
made of
Rather than have bones or made of bones. عندنا هنا ايه؟ هنا is made of، يبقى هنا ممكن نخليها برضو is made of bones. Okay? بس مش having. No, we cannot add a gerund here. At least one sample of each of the brands contains measurable amounts of, and there is 3. And there
C. There is
are 3.
C. There are. Yeah.
Yes. There are 3. Thank you very much. Okay. We did we take this yesterday?
No.
Did we take this? We didn't take it.
No, we didn't take.
Okay. As we said yesterday, the first thing you do when you think of comparatives or superlatives is whether or not the adjective is one syllable. Adjectives, they are either one syllable or multi-syllable. Correct? We said this yesterday.
Yes.
Okay. One syllable. How do we know syllables? With a number of vowels. One vowel means one syllable, like big, for example. Okay, or small. One vowel. And now multi-syllables, يعني more than one vowel, like for example, expensive. How many vowels does it have? 1, 2, 3, expensive. So this is multi-syllable. If it's one syllable, simply with comparatives we add er, then, and for multi-syllable we simply use more than. Okay, this is for comparative. For superlative, the plus est or the most with multi-syllable. Clear? Any problem here?
No.
Any problem? Okay, just one little thing I need to add here. Just one little thing I need to add. Adjectives ending with y are normally multi-syllable, like easy. How many syllables does it have? 2. صح. easy. صح. However, adjectives ending in y are always dealt with as one syllable, not multi-syllable. This is the exception. So we say easier. We don't say more easy, and we say the easiest. Okay? Not the most easy, although it is made of more than one syllable. Clear? I mean, this is an exception. Okay, so here in the book, it's called long adjective and short adjective. Yani Deborah Phillips is trying to make life easier for us. Okay, more or less. Okay, more plus long adjective, more than, or short adjective plus er, then, and superlative, the longest, the most, I don't know what. Okay, so I want you to look at. Do you have questions before we go into answering questions? Do you have any questions? Anything unclear? Okay, I would like you to answer these questions. Take 1 minute. Okay, let's see together. The lesson you are studying now is the most important lesson that you will have.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Most important list. I'm sorry. I always read things right.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I read it as okay. So it's incorrect, of course. We cannot say most important list. Remember what we called this yesterday? We called it. Some people make the mistake of double comparative or double superlative. هنا أنت عاملها double superlative. Most and est. Can we do this? We cannot do this. Like those who say, for example, more higher. Can we say more higher? Building A is more
No.
higher than building. And common, by the way, this mistake is very common. More higher than building B, for example. So more higher is double comparative. No, remove more. Okay.
Mhm.
Sessions this year are shorter and more colorful than they were last year.
This correct.
Correct.
Yeah. The professor indicated that Anthony's research paper was more longer than.
This incorrect.
Incorrect.
How can I make it correct?
Longer than.
Longer.
Longer.
Alaska is the coldest than is.
Incorrect.
Yeah, incorrect. Remove than.
Alaska is the
Is the coldest
The
in all the states. Okay, among all the states. The workers on the day shift are more rested than the workers on the night shift. Two rested
I
here.
have a
Rested
question.
here.
Yeah, not more.
Number
Yeah,
6.
so this is correct, huh?
I have a question about number 6.
Okay, number 6. Yeah, what's wrong about it?
If I said Alaska is colder than
All the
the
states.
city.
Yeah, of course it can be correct also. It can be correct also. You can say Alaska is colder. Yeah, is colder than all the states, or you can say the coldest among all the states. Both are possible answers. But you cannot say the coldest than. Okay, you cannot say the coldest than. Okay, either colder than, huh?
Or the coldest state in the United
For example, yes. Thank you very much. Okay, number 8. She was more happier this morning than she had been yesterday. What do you think?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. How can I make it correct?
Who was happier?
She was happy. She was happy.
Just remove more. No, we cannot say more happy because happy ends in Y. And remember what we said about adjectives ending in Y? Adjectives ending in Y are dealt with as what? As one syllable. IER. Okay. The quarterback on this year's football team is more versatile than the quarterback on the last year's team.
Correct.
Correct. Of course, it's correct. She always tries to do the best and most efficient job that she can do.
Correct.
Correct. This reminds me of something else. Happy ends with Y, and we said we add ER. Do we say happier like this? When do we move the Y and add IER, and when do we keep the Y and just add ER? Well, the rule is very easy. Look at the letter before the Y. Okay, if it's consonant, then the Y is removed and we add IER, like happy. What is the letter before the Y? P. P is consonant or vowel? Consonant. So we remove the I and add what? IER. Okay. Okay. But say the same with easy, for example. Look at easy, easier, IER. Okay. And if the letter before the Y is, or the sound, to be more specific, before the Y is vowel, like what? I don't know. I don't have something present in my mind now. What if? Huh?
Easy.
Easy is also preceded by a consonant. Essay is a noun. It's not an adjective. We do not have a comparative and superlative form of.
Stay. S-T-A-Y.
S-T-A-Y, stay. Yeah, it's a verb.
It's a verb.
Yeah, it's a verb. It's not an adjective. So we cannot have a superlative and comparative. But anyways, if it's like if there is a consonant before the Y, we just add ER. Okay. Okay. use comparatives and superlatives correctly. Now we all know how to use comparatives and superlatives. Comparatives when we compare just between two things, and superlative when we say something is just more than anything else. Okay, comparative used to compare between two equal things. The comparative. Superlative, as you know, in حاجات كتير قوي. Okay, matter of meaning. Yeah, look at these questions and try to answer them. I'll give you a minute. Okay, let's shoot. Okay, the engineers hired this year have more experience than those hired last year.
Correct.
Correct. The graduate assistant informed us that the first exam is the most difficult of the two.
Correct.
Correct.
Correct. He bought the more powerful stereo speakers than that he could afford, that he could find.
Incorrect.
It's incorrect. It doesn't make.
Most, yes, incorrect.
The afternoon seminar was much more interesting than the morning lecture.
I
Correct.
think it's correct.
Okay. The food in the restaurant is the best of the restaurant we visited last week. Is the best of the restaurant.
Correct.
Is better than.
Yeah, better than the restaurant that we visited last week. Okay, correct.
Yeah.
Incorrect, I'm sorry. The plants that have been sitting in the sunny window are far healthier than the other plants.
More
Correct.
healthier.
Correct. Far healthier زي يعني more healthier. Okay.
Okay.
So it's correct. When you add far before an adjective, it means more. The photocopies are the darkest that they have ever been.
Correct.
Correct.
The first journal article is the longest of the second article.
I think that longest than, longer than.
Very good. Now we are talking about use irregular ER structures correctly. Okay. طبعا مع some adjectives are irregular. زي far. What is the let's see if there is a list here. مفيش list here. Okay. What is my memory? Far. What is the how do you compare? How you use comparative from far? Further or furthest? You don't say farer.
Yeah. Okay.
مش farer. Okay. برضو ال doubling when we double big, we don't say bigger, we say bigger. We double the G. Okay. Let's see the irregular cases here mentioned. The older the children, the more their parents expect them. Harder, the further. Yeah, I don't think there is much difference. Okay. Just look at these and try to figure out if there is something wrong. Doubling, I'm sure you have a taste for doubling. You can do it. Just take. Okay, let's see together. Number 3, the more you say, the worse the situation will be. The more you say the and عاوزين parallelism. We are talking here about parallelism. The more this is comparative. So here we need also comparative, correct? So the more you say the what is the comparative and superlative of good? Better, okay, and best. Bad. Comparative is what? Worse. Superlative, worst. Okay, so this is the superlative. This is the comparative from bad, and this is the superlative of bad. Okay. Okay. Are we here? Are we all here?
Yes.
Okay, so here we have the more you say this is comparative, okay, and the worst this is superlative. So it should be
The worse the situation.
yes, the worse, worse. It's not where. It's where. It's a schwa. Worse, not worse. Okay, worse. مش worse, مش way برضو. It's not way. It's not way and not wall. It's something in between called a schwa. Worse, where. The more time they have to play, the happier the children are. What do you think? Comparative? Comparative. Correct. Yes, correct. Thank you. Abdurrahman, this is Abdurrahman?
Yes.
Yes, very good. Excellent, Abdurrahman. The thicker the walls, the noise that comes through is less. We are talking here about parallelism. The thicker the walls, what do you think?
I think it's incorrect.
Okay, we are talking about parallelism, صح? The sentence here starts, or the clause starts with a comparative and then noun. It means in the other part of the sentence we need a comparative and a noun. خلاص? So, but it doesn't start with a comparative and a noun. It starts with noun phrase and then a relative clause. Okay? So this is incorrect. How can we make it correct بقى? This is the question. How can we make it correct? The thicker the walls, huh?
More or less.
The less the noise. ما هو less the opposite of more. زي more بالظبط. The thicker the walls. Okay, so we're talking about what? Again, we're talking about what? About parallelism.
Yeah.
كده. ماشي. The walls. I want you to pay attention for this kind of parallelism. The less the noise. Now this sentence is correct. Why we have here a comparative and a noun, and in the other part the comparative and a noun. Okay. The thicker the walls are, comma, the less the noise ايه بقى؟
Can pass through it. The rest the
Yes.
noise can pass through.
عاوزين parallel structures. Parallel structures. The thicker the walls are, the less the noise is. Okay? And it can be like this also. The thicker are the walls, comma, the less,
Is the noise.
Is the noise.
Or the noisy.
the less is the noise. We have verb and then subject. Okay? I just want you to think from the perspective of parallelism. Same structures, same structure, same structure, same structure. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. You run faster, the earlier you will arrive.
Correct.
No, I don't go for this. If you run faster, you will arrive earlier. Okay, if you run this sentence, I would say incorrect. And then option من اثنين. We have one of two options. Either we say if you run faster, you will arrive earlier, which is correct. Okay, this is a perfectly stated if conditional, no changes whatsoever. Or we can say, the faster you run, the earlier you will arrive, or you arrive. Now this structure is also correct. We have here what? Comparative, and then subject, and then verb, and then the other clause, comparative, subject, verb. صح?
Yeah.
So this structure is correct. If you run faster, you will arrive earlier, and this structure is also correct. The faster you run, the earlier you arrive. Okay?
Okay.
The more you use the phone, the higher the bill will be.
I think correct.
Correct, yes. Comparative subject verb and comparative subject verb. The harder you serve, the easier it is to win.
But here the verb at the end of the sentence, not like as the first part of the sentence. Here, the phone is a name, so it's the last part of the sentence here.
لا
So
ما هو
this is
احنا
different.
بنبص على ايه the structure, I mean parts of the structure. You use subject and verb. Use the phone. ما هو use the phone ده كل ده كده
Okay.
الverb phrase. When we talked about the phrases in the very first lecture, use the phone, this is a verb phrase. Okay? And the higher, this is a comparative, with the noun phrase برضه will be verb phrase برضه. أهم حاجة يكون verb phrase, noun phrase, and so on. هنا مثلا you, بص هنا the noun phrase is what? Or the subject you, pronoun. هنا ايه؟ the bill. The bill is what? Article and noun.
Yes.
بس كل في الآخر the bill ده اسمه noun phrase, و you is also a noun phrase because you is a pronoun and the bill is article and noun. So they are both noun phrases, okay?
Okay.
Okay, number 8, the harder you serve, the easier it is to win.
Correct. I think incorrect.
والله طب تعالوا نشوف. Let's analyze it together. We have the harder, comparative, and then subject
To
verb.
win.
صح كده؟
Yes.
وبعدين عندنا برضو comparative و subject verb. ايه المشكلة؟
It win. Not.
في حاجة اسمها it win؟
لا صح. لا كده ما فيش مشكلة.
So no problem here. Please try to keep your conversation in English because some people follow from India and from other parts, so they need to understand. Okay, so this is correct. The earliest you send in text forms, the sooner you will receive your refund.
Incorrect.
Yes, how can I make it correct?
The earlier.
The earlier.
Or the soonest.
And yeah, the earlier, the sooner. Or the earliest, the soonest. Okay, very good. The more people there are at the party, you will have a good time.
Incorrect.
How can you make it correct?
The happier.
The happier you will be.
Yeah.
So the more comparative, and then people there are, the happier you will be, comparative and subjective reports. Okay, very good. Okay, I wanted to finish 30 today. I want to feel like we finished half of the skills. There are 60 skills all in all. So let's see if we can 30 after I use the passport test. This is very easy. Okay, very good. Okay, can we do this exercise 27 to 29? I'll give you a minute to do it. Take 1 minute. Okay, let's check together. The coffee is more stronger today. What do you think?
Than yesterday.
Incorrect.
How can I make it correct?
Than yesterday.
Stronger.
More. Can we say more stronger?
No.
Remove more, and then it was yesterday. Okay, so the tree that was struck by lightning had been the tallest.
Can we remove also it was
Well, it's
after
better.
then?
It's better to keep it. We are not comparing today to yesterday. We are comparing the coffee today to the coffee yesterday. مش كده?
Okay.
So we need it. Is this point clear? We are not comparing today to yesterday. We are comparing the coffee today to the coffee yesterday.
Yes.
Then we need it. Is this point clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, the tree that was struck by lightning had been the tallest of the 2 trees we had in the yard.
Correct.
Correct. He will buy the most fuel-efficient car that he can afford.
Correct.
Correct. The closest it gets to the summer, the longer the days are.
Correct. Incorrect.
No.
I'm gonna make it correct.
The longest.
The longest.
The longest the days are. We can. Okay, I think it will make more sense if we say the closer it gets to the summer, the longer the days are. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, incorrect. The business department. The business department is bigger of the departments in the university.
Incorrect.
The biggest is biggest.
Is the biggest. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Okay. I really do not want to live in the southeast because it is one of the most hot areas.
Incorrect. Hottest.
Hottest. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It is preferable to use the most efficient and most effective method that you can.
Correct.
Correct. Tonight's dinner was more filling than last night's.
Incorrect.
I think correct.
Correct. Tonight's dinner was more filling than last night's dinner. More filling than. Okay. Correct. The sooner the exam is scheduled, the less time you have to prepare. Before you pass judgment, comparative subject verb, comparative subject verb.
Correct.
Correct. The house is now the cleanest that it has ever been.
Correct.
Correct.
Excellent. Very good. Okay. Now I understand.
The cleanest then.
Huh?
The last one. The house is now the cleanest then.
No, not
or
then.
The cleaner then. That. Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
It's ever been. So it means like it has never been that clean before. Okay.
Okay.
So you have this exercise as homework, and you have this exercise also as homework. Okay. Problem? Problem?
No.
Now this skill is very easy. Very easy. Problems or the next skills are very easy. Problems with verbs after have use the past participle. Okay, I don't think it needs so much time to do it. Having finished the term paper, he began to study. So this is having finished the term paper. This is a reduced structure. مش كده? He began studying. It's the original structure of the sentence is after he had finished, he began studying. مش كده? And then anyways, after having, we need what? Past participle. So this sentence is correct. The secretary has broke. Can we say the secretary has broke?
No.
As
Has
what?
broken. Has
Broken.
broken.
Has broken.
The installer, the installer should have completes. Should have
Completed.
completed. He has often become. Is it correct? Became.
Yes. Correct.
Become.
She has rarely wrote
Road, ridden.
Yes, ridden, right road, ridden. Right road,
Doctor,
ridden.
the voice has problem.
The right road, ridden. Okay. Having saw.
Seen.
Seen. And mind you, this is pronounced as saw, not so. Saw. So is another word. This is so. Oh. It's pronounced as oh. We call it diphthong, but this is saw. The past of see is saw. Tom has thought about taking the job.
Correct.
Correct. You might have responded more effectively.
Responded.
Incorrect. Okay. Okay. Congratulations. We finished skill 30, exactly half of the course. Inshallah, the next skills are going to be much easier than the last ones. But I want you to do the homework. I don't want to spend so much time next class checking homework. Okay. I would like to go through homework very quickly and only stop with problems, things that was problematic for you in homework. Do you have a question for today's class?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Yanir.
Okay, there is a time when you said the the walls, the less حاجة. I don't remember the statement, but it doesn't contain a verb. أيوة. This is so confusing for me. Is it the only case that we are not using verbs?
I'm not sure if there are other cases that you cannot use verbs, but in this case, what you care for is parallel structures. Okay, and this is a perfectly grammatical sentence. Okay, the thicker the walls, the less the noise. Okay, you can use it, of course, in speaking better than in writing. In writing, I would go that you use a verb.
Okay.
That's what I care for. What I care for is that you keep parallelism. And for example, you cannot say the thicker the walls are, the less the noise. Now, here you need to add a verb. Okay, make sure structures are parallel. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Any problems? Any other questions?
No.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Okay.